The right way to think about Bitcoin is Bitcoin's creating an opportunity. It's an opportunity for your family to save money for 100 years. It's an opportunity to fix your company. MicroStrategy stock is hitting 800, right? It's an opportunity for your shareholders. It's an opportunity for your taxpayers. It's an opportunity for your constituents. Bitcoin mining is the most lucrative use of energy in the world. And it's the best use of intermittent energy and the best use of sustainable energy. When you look at it that way, you're thinking, shouldn't we expect an avalanche more of political support? And the answer is yes. And why is it stable? It's stable because the Bitcoin miners and the Bitcoin holders are going to go wherever the politicians support them, and they're going to bring their capital and they're going to pay taxes, large sums of taxes. The right way to think about Bitcoin is Bitcoin's creating an opportunity. It's an opportunity for your family to save money for 100 years. It's an opportunity to fix your company. MicroStrategy stock is hitting 800. Right? It's an opportunity for your shareholders. It's an opportunity for your taxpayers. It's an opportunity for your constituents. It's an opportunity in the media business, right? I mean, nobody wants to talk about anything but Bitcoin. Everybody wants to talk about Bitcoin. It's an opportunity for Twitter. It's an opportunity for every mobile app.
What I think people don't recognize, and you and I have talked about this before, is it's the only thing from a strategic standpoint that if you're an individual, you can plug in your personal balance sheet. Right, you can start to run your own node. You can use this technology. If you're a corporation or a financial institution, you can plug your business into the network, and you can do that in a multitude of ways. You can build services that end up facilitating other people to use it, or you can mine to support the network. You can simply just buy the asset and hold it on your balance sheet, but you can plug in. It's also true of nation states and foundations and endowments and pension funds, et cetera. But when you plug into the network, you're in essence hiring tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people around the world that are all now working aligned with you to further your business, right? I talk all the time about whether you're a restaurant, right, where we've literally seen examples of many restaurants who have done this, all the way up to large pension funds or nation states. All of a sudden, the cyber hornets online, they begin to rally around you. They begin to push you forward. They begin to say, hey, we will support you because you are like-minded like us. You are also helping us move this forward. But you also get the support of every single miner in the world. So we will protect your economic wealth for you. And you get the Lightning Network. We will help people actually route these transactions. It's just a very unique thing where you're essentially hiring so many people and so much economic value, but all you do is you just plug in, right? You don't have to go meet these people. You don't even know who they are.
It's an excellent political strategy. It's an excellent marketing strategy. It's an excellent shareholder relations strategy. It's an excellent business strategy. I guess there's two thoughts I have here. One, properly understood, I believe Bitcoin is digital energy. It is pure energy, right? It's not digital gold that's put $1 billion of money in a vault and let it sit there for a decade and you can't do anything with it. It's not even digital property. Digital property is $1 billion of a digital hotel, and I can teleport it from New York to Paris and back again, and it's maintenance free and indestructible. It's better than that. It's digital energy because I can decompose the hotel to room minutes. And I can decompose and recompose this pure energy hotel and rent it out at the speed of light and program it with 1 million transactions a second. You never saw a hotel get programmed with 1 billion parts, 1 million transactions a second. It's literally like a swirling energy mass. When you understand that, then you see it hasn't eliminated capitalism. It's simply the $500 trillion digital energy basis of capitalism. It makes sense that you would use it as the foundation to build your family, to build your company, to build your country, to build your city, to build your application, to build your device. You can put it into everything. And now, once you've done that, look, you can back up your family with the balance sheet of Bitcoin. You'll be rich. That doesn't mean you'll be happy. There's a lot of rich families that have a lot of messed up problems, right? You can watch them on television. You can put it on the balance sheet of your company. I have, if I have $7 or $8 billion on my balance sheet, that doesn't mean I don't have to get up and go to work and make the software work and sell the software and listen to the customers. I'm still in a competitive struggle with other like-kind software companies that sell business intelligence software. And the same is true with your city, right? It's half the solution. The other half of the solution is you need rational policies at the municipal level, the state level, and the government level. So when you think about it like that, right, you realize that it makes sense, and it's going to grow.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information, and it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
In terms of as more and more people plug into this system, do we expect not only one, the politicians obviously will continue to do this, but is there a spillover effect where people actually leave jurisdictions that aren't Bitcoin friendly? Like there's an element of take taxes, right? There's a carrot and a stick. You can drop your tax rates, you can incentivize people to move, but you also could increase your taxes and literally push people away. It's obvious that the incentive to get people to move to your jurisdiction, but if people continue to be abrasive, is there problems?
Yeah, I remember what I was going to say now. It's the energy system is an energy network. Everyone's plugging into it, and it makes them more efficient than they would otherwise be, but they still have their struggle. What's happening is, you're benefiting from the rest of the network. You can't afford to lose laser-like focus on your family, your company, your country, right? You can't assume that just because you plugged into Bitcoin networks, you can be a crappy retailer or a bad mayor or a bad father, right? So it doesn't solve that problem. I think we boil down to a simple idea, which is everybody's got a balance sheet, everybody's got a P&L. The P&L is your operating business. You better be the best in the world at that thing, the best in the world. If you get distracted, you want to be a good husband, you can't have 6 wives. Yeah, you want to be a good retailer, you better know who your customer is. You still compete against every retail. So your operating business, you got to be really laser-like and good at it. But by plugging your balance sheet into Bitcoin, you have hundreds of millions of people guarding your back that are energizing the network. And it takes me back to a historic observation. History teaches us that the winning civilizations, the winners in the history of mankind, are the civilizations that channel energy more effectively through time and space, right? And that means, practically speaking, right? The Romans, they were good at killing people. It's not easy to kill people, right? I mean, to raise an army, they didn't show up with bows and arrows and spears. They showed up with industrial-grade artillery that tossed 50-pound flaming balls of shrapnel at you from 500 meters or 1,000 meters away, right? And a navy. So you see that over and over again, right? Steel trumps iron, and iron trumps bronze, and that's because bronze trumps stone, right? You pick up a stone. If you pick up the sharp rock, you beat the other guy. If you're smart enough to pick up a rock and the other guy didn't pick up a rock, you won the fight. If you had the iron, then you beat the guys with the bronze. If you had the steel, you beat the guys with the iron. You ever seen steel forged? People don't even think about this. Walk into a steel mill, look around. What do you think's going on, right? They're channeling immense energy, right? That the fire, the heat, or electric rolled steel, massive energy into metallic form. Air powers energy, potential energy. You get up 50,000 feet, you drop someone on someone's head. Okay, what's the channeling part? Remember the Gulf War? They had, Norm Schwarzkopf used to show the videos of the laser-guided bomb, and something that's in the clouds dropped a bomb that managed to hit, a 3x3 space from 50,000 feet up, through the wind, right? So the channeling of the energy through time and space, and being better at channeling it. That explains why every team wins in sports. That's why Tom Brady wins, because the quarterback you've seen him put the football in exactly the spot. You have to put that football in that space in a plus or minus 10 millisecond time spot with the right spin on the ball. And if you happen to be able to do that, you can win. And is it random? No. It's not random. There's one guy that's better at it than everybody else. And if he didn't have the team, they wouldn't win. So every winner is better at channeling energy in time and space. Every civilization, every city, every company, right? Every investor. So the real power of Bitcoin is digital energy. And until you figure it out, if I said to you, what is digital energy? Well, digital energy is I'm going to put $100 billion into this container, and then I'm going to do a magic trick and it's not here anymore. But guess what? I can move it at the speed of light 1 billion times a second and you can't find it. And I can put it into every car and it'll drive every car on the planet for the next 2 years without fuel. Sounds like a magic spell. But it is a magic spell. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Bitcoin's digital energy, the next best thing is electrical energy. It's not, information. These are not nearly as good. It's 1,000 times better than the thing it's replacing.
Do you want to know one thing about crypto? I made over 3,000% in profit in a few weeks. Fact is, the traditional financial system, the traditional money system makes you poor, not rich. If you want to earn $500,000, $1 million, you have to wait until you're 50, 60, 70 in the traditional financial system, and you probably will still be broke. And you will be old. This is not a sexy combination, as you can imagine. But the question is, how can you start in crypto and make these profits? Where to invest? Where to start? My name is Gunnar and I'm from Germany, as you can hear, and things are a little bit different in Germany. More about that later on. Fact is, there are lots of different cryptocurrencies. It's a gigantic universe where beginners and professionals get easily lost. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are 7 key steps you need to follow to become successful in this market. You have to know them, and if you fail one of them, it's literally impossible to succeed in this market. Just an example, one of the key points is your exchange, and one of the biggest are, for example, Binance and Coinbase. These are trusted and well-established exchanges, but, and this is a big but, you won't find the super profitable coins on those exchanges. The unknown super profitable coins that get gigantic profits are not traded on those kind of exchanges. They are traded on much smaller insider platforms that are barely known. And I can tell you what those super secret exchanges are and why they are so profitable. And another super important thing are the right information sources. The point is, the internet is gigantic. There are hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, blogs, pages, and much more. And there are also market makers and influencers. For example, Elon Musk, he is not a crypto guy, but the moment he recommended Dogecoin, it went through the roof, to the moon, so to say. But why did he recommend it? Where did he hear it from? He didn't hear it from newspapers. And believe me, he is listening to someone. But you have to know who, and you have to react before he is reacting. This is really, really important. And these are only 2 of the 7 steps you have to follow in order to be successful in crypto. And if you want to know all of these steps in much more detail, and if you want to have a comprehensive checklist, here's what you should do. There is a link below this video. Click on this link and you will get the opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Click on the link and you will see a video where I explain the next steps. So see you soon. Click on the link now. I'll see you there.